Welcome to Lesson 14 of the Excel Intermediate series. In this lesson we will learn one of the most powerful dynamic array functions in modern Excel. The scan function. Scan allows us to build running totals step by step without helper columns and without complicated logic. By the end of this lesson you will understand how scan works and how to apply it to real-life accounting data. We will start with a simple example to understand the mechanics of scan. Then we will build a full accounting report using one single formula. And finally we will make the report fully dynamic by changing only two input cells. This is where the magic happens. Scan is a function that processes a list of numbers one by one. It keeps an accumulator, which is a running value that grows with each step. Every time scan reads a new number, it updates the accumulator and returns the updated value. The syntax is simple. Scan. Start value. Array. Lambda function. The start value is usually 0. The array is the list of numbers we want to process. The lambda function tells scan how to update the accumulator. Let us look at a simple example. We have 5 numbers: 100, 250, 400, 150, 300. We want to build a running total. The formula is scan 0 through the list of numbers with lambda accumulator plus amount. The result is 100, 350, 750, 900. 1200. This is the basic idea of scan. Now let us move to a real-life accounting example. In accounting we often need cumulative totals. For example, cumulative expenses for a department. Cumulative cost of goods sold. Cumulative revenue. Or cumulative cash movements. The challenge is that accounting data is messy. The AC table contains many departments, many account types, many categories, and every transaction has both a debit and a credit entry. Our main transaction table is the AC table. It contains the raw journal entries: date, account, debit, credit, description, department, region, project, cost center, product, quantity, net amount. This is great for recording transactions, but it is not great for reporting. The account column stores long account names such as expense, rent, or revenue, product, sales. It does not store the clean category we want for reporting, such as operating expenses or revenue. To solve this we have a second table. The COA table. COA stands for Chart of Accounts. It contains 3 columns: account long, account, and type. Account long matches the long names used in the AC table, such as expense, rent, or revenue, product, sales. Account is a shorter label. Type is the reporting category, such as asset, liability, equity, revenue, cost of goods sold, or operating expenses. The type column is what we really want for our report. Here is the difficulty. The AC table does not store the type directly. It only stores the long account name. The COA table stores the type but in a separate place. We cannot simply filter AC by type because AC does not know the type. We must first match each AC account to the COA table and then read the type from COA. This is why we need XLOOKUP. And this is why the formula is not trivial. There is another challenge. The AC table uses the long account name. The COA table also uses the long account name in the account long column. If we accidentally try to match AC account to COA account instead of COA account long, we will get many NA errors. The match must be between AC account and COA account long. Only then can we safely read the type from COA. This is an important detail and it is easy to get wrong. To make the report flexible, we will use two input cells. Cell B15 contains the department we want to analyze. For example, sales. Cell B16 contains the account type we want to analyze. For example, operating expenses. Later in the lesson we will change these two cells and the entire report will rebuild itself automatically. Now let us build the full report using one formula. We will use the let function to break the logic into clear steps. Raw filtered. Selected data. Debit column. Running total. Headers. And finally the stacked output. Each part solves one challenge in the accounting workflow. This formula begins with the raw filtered variable, which filters the main accounting table by matching the department in cell B15 and using an XLOOKUP function to match the account type in cell B16 based on your chart of accounts. Next, the selected data variable uses the CHOOSECOLS function to isolate only the specific columns you want to see, which are columns 1, 2, 3, and 5. From there, the debit column variable extracts the debit values from the third column of that selected data. To track the money over time, the running total variable uses a scan and lambda function to loop through the debits row by row, building a cumulative total while using the end function to safely handle any text or blank cells. For the top of your report, the headers variable dynamically pulls the original table headers for those columns and adds a new custom title called running total. Finally, the formula uses VStack and HStack to assemble everything together, placing the header row right on top of the data and joining the newly calculated running total side by side with your selected columns, all inside a single, powerful formula. The result is a complete accounting report. Date. Account. Debit. Description. Running total. For example, monthly rent $3,000 running total $3,000. Monthly utilities $500 running total $3,500. Monthly salaries $12,000 running total $15,500. All generated from one formula. Now change cell B15 from sales to marketing. The entire report updates instantly. Now change cell B16 from operating expenses to cost of goods sold. The entire report updates again. No helper columns. No manual steps. Just one elegant formula. This is the power of scan combined with let and dynamic arrays. In this lesson you learned how scan works. How the accumulator updates step by step. How to build a simple running total. How to filter accounting data using let. How to match account types using XLOOKUP. How to select columns using CHOOSECOLS. How to build a full report using one formula. And how to make the report dynamic using two input cells. Thank you for watching, subscribe and see you in the next lesson.